Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Monday. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. A couple of things we're going to talk about today is Bitcoin. Obviously, see how it did today. It's obviously in the green again, which is like for the fifth or sixth day in a row that we're in the green, which is really good. We'll also take a look at the miners, see how they did today. We had a couple of miners that were down. Most of them were up a little bit. Wasn't a great day, but it wasn't a bad day either. Then we'll take a look at obviously Greenidge generation for their August update as well. We'll see what as far as what they produced and some other news in there as well. And then we also have the Ethereum merge happening. So we'll take a look at that. When is that going to actually happen? And that is it. That's all we're going to cover today. So as always, not financial advice. You guys know the drill here. I'm invested in the following coins and companies. And if you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe. Helps me out. Hit the like button. Helps out the YouTube algorithm. It gets the video out to more people. Helps me out in the long run. So thank you for doing that. And let's take a look at the markets here. So the markets were up again today. S&P 500 was up 1.06%. Dow Jones was up 0.71%. NASDAQ was up nicely again, 1.27% right there. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is currently at 22,324. It is still above our trend line here that we had going back to November of last year. We have breached, obviously, our resistance and now support again at 19,500, which is the red line down here. And we are looking to possibly, once again, try to get up to this resistance line of 23,800 roughly that we've been battling here with in the past here. At least we battled it in August, and we battled it a little bit in July as well. But we just couldn't stay above it. We obviously hit that trend line here in the green, and we followed it down again. So we're back to battling it again. So that's going to take at least a couple of days, I would imagine, to maybe a week or so before we get up that high. But we also may need a little bit of a relief, like a little of a pressure release here going down a little bit on the RSI. So we possibly might have a couple of days where we go down at least. I would think that would be a wise thing to do. Ethereum is at 1,705 right now. It is actually down on the day. And it could be obviously with people getting closer to the merge. People are possibly going over into staked Ethereum as well, moving those coins over there. People are buying possibly Bitcoin as well. So there's a couple ways that we can look at this. And obviously, when the merge happens later on this week, we'll take a look at the news story on it. We'll see how that's all going to play out. Obviously, how Ethereum responds to it. As long as everything goes well with the merge, things should be okay. But right now, Ethereum is not looking too bad. Bitcoin's not looking too bad either. On the 1 hour chart, I really love the 1 hour chart right now. You can see here on the RSI, RSI has been coming down here ever since, when was this? Ever since September 9th. We did go up quite a bit, and then we've been coming down on the RSI while the price has been going up. So this is fantastic. This is what we'd love to see. And hopefully this continues on going forward. All right, so let's take a look at the miners here really quick. Annie was actually up today 1.44% to 66 cents, almost 67 cents. Argo was up 6.42% to 44.5 cents. BitDigital was actually down today 1.89% to $1.56. Bitfarms was up 0.71% to $1.41. It was up actually a little bit higher than that. It was up almost 7%, I think, on the day before pulling back a little bit. And CleanSpark was up 1.66% to $4.89. Core Scientific was up 0.44% to $2.27. DigiHost was up 12.21% to 92 cents today. DMG was up 4.37% to 24 cents, almost 25 cents. Greenidge was down 2.47% to $2.37. And we'll take a look at, obviously, their production update for August. I think because of, well, we'll talk about it when we go over it. But I think there might be a reason why the stock went down a little bit today. Hive was up 0.2% to $5.12. Hut 8 was up 2.13% to $2.40. Iris Energy was up 1.3% to $4.67. Lexfolia was down 0.13% to 7 cents, 7.5 cents roughly. Marathon was up 1.91% to $14.43. Mawson was up 7.31% to 71 cents. Riot was up 2.54% to $8.47. And Soluna was up 4.65% to $3.15. And Stronghold was up 3.11% to $1.66. So overall, not a bad day for the miners. Some miners did go down a little bit, but not much. So it's kind of a blasé day for the miners, you could say. They were up a little bit higher in the morning, but then they pulled back towards the afternoon. All right, so those are the miners. Let's take a look at some of the news stories. So we are 554 days away from the Bitcoin halving event. We'll keep track of this every time. And something interesting here. I searched for Ethereum merge on Google, and we actually got a countdown to it. So we're looking at possibly 2 days, 4 hours and 24 minutes on the merge. If you go to the Ethereum merge website, which we'll take a look at here, but right now we're basically merge difficulty of when the merge is going to happen is, what is that right there? 58,750,000 looks like petahash is the merge difficulty. We are currently at 58,579,119. So we still have a little bit of ways to go. But the merge here is obviously, so the merge is going to be coming soon. It's going to be the current Ethereum mainnet will merge with the Beacon chain proof of stake system. This will mark the end of proof of work for Ethereum and full transition of proof of stake. This sets the stage for future scaling upgrades, including sharding. The merge will reduce Ethereum's energy consumption by 99.95%. And we do have, excuse me, we do have a kind of like an estimated clock on this as far as when this is going to happen. It looks like right now it's going to happen sometime around the 15th, probably early in the morning. They're looking at between somewhere right here, September. So I can zoom this in for you guys as well. So they're looking at somewhere between Thursday, September 15th at 2:37 UTC time and the 15th at 4 o'clock in the morning UTC time as well. So that's kind of when they're estimating that the merge is going to happen on that. So that is obviously going to be not a good sign for some of the miners here. That includes Bit Digital, Hive, along with Hut 8. I know for sure have GPU miners that are mining Ethereum. So those guys are going to be kind of scrambling here trying to figure out what's going on. And you can join in on the merge. It's a viewing party that the Ethereum is hosting. And it starts in 2 days on September 14th at 10 p.m. This is my time. I think this is Central Standard Time. So if anybody wants to join in on that, I may take a look at it if I'm not sleeping by then. But I may take a look at it, see what's going on there, especially if it happens sometime in the morning hours. I'm definitely going to be asleep by then. I'm not staying up for it. But we'll definitely take a look at it, see what's going on in the morning. And obviously, Ethereum is down a little bit, but we're seeing Ravencoin, which is one of those alternative coins that you can GPU mine with. And we're seeing quite a lot of interest here recently in the last couple of weeks, or last couple of days and week, actually. If you look at the price here, it was 7 days ago at around 0.035 cents. It is now double that. It is now at 0.073 roughly. So it has gone up about 100% right now in the last 7 days. And then in the last month, you can obviously see that it was right around here. Yeah, I mean, 0.039, 0.035 is kind of like the low of it. And then it just has started going up like crazy here. So this is one of the coins that you can obviously merge over into mining with proof of work GPUs. So this one's getting quite a bit of love, it looks like. Don't know enough about them, so we're not going to go too deep into it, but it is obviously a GPU mineable coin. So that is one option. We obviously have Ethereum Classic as well. Let's see what Ethereum Classic is doing as well. ETC. Ethereum Classic is actually down a little bit today, down 0.94% on the 1 day. On the 7 days, it's kind of trading flat here. So surprised that one's not going up higher, and it is actually down on the 1 month. So that's Ethereum Classic as well. So we'll have to see where obviously the hash rate power goes, either to Ravencoin, Ethereum Classic, or a couple of the other ones that we discussed in prior videos. So that is it for Ethereum for Ethereum. Actually, it will be historic, obviously, on Thursday, Friday when it happens, and we'll cover it as it happens, or after it happens, we'll cover it. And then finally, we got Greenidge here. Excuse me. They provided their August 2022 operational update. They produced approximately 301 BTC, which is a little bit more than they did in July. And then a hash rate capacity of approximately 2.4 exahash. I was kind of scratching my head on this one, why that decreased, because I had them at 2.7 in July. But then down here, they provided that approximately 5,000 older, less efficient miners representing approximately 0.3 exahash taken offline in August to create capacity for newer miners being delivered. So we'll take a look at that. And that is basically all that they provided here. So pretty simple, straightforward update from them. They did provide, obviously, that their power plant uptime was 100% for the month. But I'm still wondering if they actually turned off the miners here for a couple of days during peak usage times, possibly. But they didn't provide that as far as any news if they actually turned off miners. But based on the numbers that I have, we'll take a look at them here. Bit Digital obviously has, like I said, Ethereum miners here. They have I believe they have the Bitmain miners. Those are the 750 mega hashes miners, or no, those are the Inno Silicon 810s. So they have 731 of those, or 713 of those, along with obviously Hive and Hut 8, but we're really interested in Greenidge here. So Greenidge right now is hodling 0 BTC. They did mine 301 BTC, which is a little bit of an increase over July of 287, so 14 more BTC, which is good. But their hash rate obviously went down 300 petahash, which is not good. But they are going to be obviously using that old hash rate for newer hash rate that's going to be more efficient. So that's fine. But obviously they did not get any miners installed, as far as I can tell. They mined 0.1254 BTC per petahash, which is actually pretty good for the month, considering that they went down in hash rate. And they obviously sold pretty much everything that they made, of 6.7 million roughly in revenue for that month. And here is what we actually took out for them in the month of August. So I did have these combined here as one entry, this one and this one, for a total of 15,300. This is what was unknowns as far as what I didn't know. They didn't provide or at least I couldn't find the information as far as which miners they had, what the hash rate was. So they're saying that these are possibly the miners that they got rid of. These could be a mixture of any miners between, 80 terahashes and possibly 50 terahashes. I just don't know. But they provided a number that I could use here of 15,300 at a combined petahash of 1.2 exahash roughly. So I split those up a little bit to decrease them by 300 petahashes, what they reported as removing, and that's obviously, I'm just using the average here of 78.5 terahashes. So that's been removed out of August, and it'll obviously be gone in September. We'll have to see if they remove any other miners from this tranche here. But right now I have them at 28.5 days mining to get us to the 6.732 million in revenue, which obviously isn't too bad. So they were basically shut down for 2.5 days roughly, right, in August, which isn't too bad. So that's what we have as far as miners going right now. Looking at the institution side of things, we did get a little bit of an increase, which is kind of nice to see. They went up to 88 institutions from 84, increase in shares a little bit as well by about 40,000 shares. Percentage owned increased a little bit as well to 25.87 from 25.53. And then as far as institutions ratings, we still have 1 buy, 2 hold ratings. Price did come down target-wise to $7 and $5.17, and the low is now $3 from $3.25. So that's obviously in line with kind of what we're seeing across the board here with some of the other miners as far as analyst ratings go. They have been bringing the prices down a little bit. And then something that we're going to track new here is short interest. So hopefully we'll get a lot more data going forward from month to month, and we'll see how the short interest is right now. But short interest on them is at 1.7 million shares, I believe, is the short interest. And they do have, let's see here, they have approximately 41 million shares. So not a huge percentage as far as being shorted right now on them. Looking at their current revenue in the last 3 quarters, we're looking at a combined total of about 96 million in revenue if things hold up the way they are right now. 50% net income from gross revenue, we're looking at a stock price possibly of $23, and that's using the PE of 20. That's obviously pretty high for them. They are about 51% installed right now. They still have about 95% hash rate growth in them. But with the other miners being removed, it's going to decrease that a little bit and increase that as well, which these numbers don't reflect that. Those numbers only reflect the information that I have here and what we actually have installed right now. So, so it actually did decrease. So 24, that's correct. We are at 24. Okay. So that actually works out. Never mind. And then if we're using the 75% net income from gross revenue, we would be at 34.58, obviously at 20 PE, but I think they could possibly trade around 15. Now, given that Bitcoin goes back up during a bull cycle or something like that, we could obviously see a lot more as far as price appreciation and PE growth as well, PE ratios. So something to look at. Other than that, not a bad month. Obviously, they grew their BTC mined. That was good. They did lower their hash rate a little bit, but they also got rid of all their miners, which is fine. But we obviously need to see some more miners being installed, and we still have a little bit here left to get them installed. We still have about 14,000, approximately 18,000 miners left to get installed, which would get them an additional almost 2 exahash in speed. but those aren't supposed to be in until Q3. Well, we're in Q3 right now, so those should be getting installed, or at least getting delivered sometime. So, and Q3 ends in September this month. Wow, time is really flying. So, whoa. Okay. Well, that was scary. My microphone just broke on me. All right, so we'll do it like this. I'll have to hold it for the remainder of the video. Sorry about that. That scared the heck out of me. But yeah, that is it for Greenidge. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Obviously, tomorrow we got CPI data coming up, so that'll be interesting to find out what's going on there. A lot of people are thinking that it's going to start coming down even more than it did in July, because we're obviously looking for data for August right now. So we'll see how that comes out. We'll cover that when that happens, and then we'll see. We're still waiting on two of the miners to provide. We're still waiting on Mawson and Soluna to provide their August updates, and then we'll do the miners versus miners update video as well. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. The spreadsheet is always available to my Patreon members. Thank you to everyone there for their continued support. Love all you guys. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow. Bye.